Snow is impacting your holiday travel. I'm Tanasia Shaw, tracking the cancellations here in Dane County.
I'm Nash Dara, and I'll have the latest on Madison Metro road conditions and how the city is planning to take care of it.
And we're still tracking additional snow accumulation across southern Wisconsin for tonight. Myself and Blaze will be using FutureTrack to let you know when that snow will end.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Tonight, snow blanketing parts of the Midwest and snow emergencies have been declared across southern Wisconsin, including right here in Madison. That one is in effect until Monday. We bring you team coverage this evening on the first major snowfall of the season. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington and Blaze Keller of our First Warn Weather team are tracking the latest snowfall. Our Nash Dara brings us the latest road conditions in the area, and Tanasia Shaw tells us how the snow is impacting air travel plans for those coming in and out of the Dane County Regional Airport. But first, let's go ahead and get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex.
Jalen, southern Wisconsin, we got a ways to go here. We've been forecasting anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow out of this snowstorm. And folks, we've got more to go. We've got 4 to 6 inches of snow additional as part of our alert day that lasts through Sunday morning, because blowing and some drifting of snow will likely take hold as we go into the overnight hours. We have snow across all of southern Wisconsin, some of the heavier snow. We get right down to that community level. Just east of Monroe, just south and east of Monticello, near the Evansville, near the Footville area, Broadhead, likely having snow coming down at approximately 1 inch per hour. Go up Highway 151 over towards Marshall, up towards Columbus. Some heavier snowfall as well. Here in Dane County, we have moderate to heavy snow from west to east, impacting the Beltline. And we can get right down to Raymond Road. This is our studio here, and that's where we're joined with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, what's it like out on the patio?
Well, we've got about 7 inches here outside of the studio there on the southwest side of Madison. Probably got about an inch or so on my hair, and I just stood outside over the last 5 or 10 minutes. It's coming down pretty decent at a steady rate here across southern Wisconsin. As you can see there, we have our winter storm warning in effect until 6 a.m. on Sunday, because Alex, as he just mentioned, folks, we're really getting to maybe the halfway, just a little bit over the halfway point of this storm. The low pressure system center is just east of St. Louis, and we really won't cut off this snow, this moderate to at times heavy snow, until that center gets to Chicago. So we still have plenty of time left with this system. As I mentioned, Alex, we got about 6 inches of snow, or excuse me, 7 to 8 inches of snow here outside the studio. Folks, we would love to get the reports from where you live. Take a ruler, put it in the ground a couple of times to get a good average. Take a photo of it, note the time, send it our way so then we can pass it along to the National Weather Service for their records as well, because this is really our first big snowstorm of the season. And Alex, while I'm not a big fan of, the after effects of the snow, when it's coming down like this, it is so peaceful. I could stay out here all evening, but I'm going to get cold, so I'll send it back to you in the studio, and I'll warm up just a little bit.
Yeah, let's get you in here, get that snow dusted off, because Blaze is going to come back and will take us through FutureTrack to show us when the snow will end. Some of those snow totals that we've received already: 6 inches in Janesville, 6.1 inches in Shorewood, Verona at 4.5 inches, and Richland Center at 4 inches. And as we mentioned, we do have more to go. Widespread 8 to 10 inches across much of southern Wisconsin, 10 to 12 inches closer to the Wisconsin-Illinois border. And then this just in here, 6.1 inches at the Madison airport as of 6 p.m. That makes it the 5th snowiest day on record, with the previous record back. I remember that snowstorm back in 1995 at 7.6 inches, and we're probably going to break that record. Jalen?
All right, thank you to our First Warn Weather team. Blaze, please head on inside and warm up. And speaking of all that snowfall, the weather has created some issues, as it usually does, but specifically with driving conditions. Our Nash Dara joins us live, keeping track and an eye on all of those driving conditions. Nash, what can you tell us out there?
Well, Jalen, it was without a doubt a day you wanted to stay off the streets to the best of your abilities. The snowfall from this morning and throughout the day created some harsh driving conditions. And as the snowfall continues in Madison here tonight and throughout the remainder of the evening, we can expect kind of the same driving environment for the remainder of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Salt and snow plows throughout Dane County and the city of Madison were out working hard today, tirelessly to keep the roads in the best shape possible given the severity of the storm. And although salt and snow plows have been well prepared for its first substantial blizzard of the year, it's still a working process of monitoring the intensifying weather and continuing the street cleaning into the evening.
It's a really severe snowstorm. Like, travel's going to be hard. We're keeping up the best we can. We're plowing. We have a plan in place to plow everything out come midnight, and then after that is going to be the sort of a cleanup operation, which is pretty standard post snow plows. Takes a long time to do all those traffic lanes, so it's slow. We'll get there. It just takes a little bit.
Johnson also shared that throughout the city, they are plowing 1,800 traffic lane miles, and this isn't counting sidewalks, bus stops, and alleyways. So if you must be on the road tonight and into tomorrow, make sure to take extra caution as the roads continue to get better. But as you can see, the snowfall is still coming down, so the roads are still going to be a bit unsafe and fairly slippery for the remainder of the weekend. For now in Madison, Nash Dara, News 3 Now.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nash. Be safe out there. And with the first significant snowfall of the year, it's always a pretty big deal. But today's specific conditions are making it more difficult than usual for plowers to clear the roads. And with the slippery ice under the snow, plow trucks find it hard to gain traction, just like your regular car, making it harder to push and pull all of that snow on top of that. The deeper the snow, the longer it takes to plow, and for the full city because deeper snow is a lot heavier. And it's not just you getting used to the roads again after the snow.
You're also training your crews. You got to everybody's learning new routes, new sites, and of course the general public. They got to learn how to drive in snow again, and they think they can go wherever they need to go on a Thanksgiving weekend, and they can't.
Now, the earliest all the streets could be plowed is by tomorrow by 2 p.m., but a slower response is expected to, all the snow and the conditions going on. Now, this is 1 week of the busiest travel weeks of the year. The snow is impacting flights not just here in Madison, but across the country. Airport officials are reporting 6.1 inches of snow at the Dane County Regional Airport. That's where we find our Tanasia Shaw, who's live there from the airport. Tanasia, what can you tell us? What's going on at the airport?
Hey, Jalen, here at the Dane County Regional Airport, there are nearly 30 canceled flights according to FlightAware. And earlier today, I talked to airport officials who told me that they are trying their best to make sure these flights depart on time.
It kind of makes you a little bit nervous because it's snowing.
Yeah, I kind of knew it was coming. You saw the weather forecast, and it kind of had that like, okay, well, there's a pretty good chance we'll still show up. Maybe be a little bit extra patient.
It's tough to come back to this kind of weather, but we are happy to be back safely.
People are heading home after traveling for Thanksgiving.
Our plane was supposed to land in Chicago several hours ago.
O'Hare in Chicago has more than 1,100 cancellations, and the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport has more than 40 canceled flights, according to FlightAware. Airport officials say the cancellations and delays at surrounding airports caused a ripple effect here in Madison, causing a family from Virginia to spend a night here in Madison after a diverted flight.
We left Duluth this morning at 7 o'clock, heading to Chicago, got close. Come to find out Chicago couldn't take us, so we flew around for a while, and then they diverted us here to Madison.
Wisconsinites say that weather like this is par for the course during the holidays.
Here, it's like usually there's like a snowstorm either for Thanksgiving or for Christmas and New Year's. So you just gotta be a little bit patient.
We're ready. I mean, we're Wisconsinites, so we just got to remember our snow driving skills and get right back at it. Get ready for the holidays.
In all honesty, the best part about it is I'm not stuck outside.
Listen, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
If you're trying to check the information about your flight, you might have trouble doing so here for the Dane County Regional Airport. The information about flights have been showing incorrectly since Wednesday, and I talked to airport officials who told me that they are trying to fix this matter, but they don't know when it's going to be fixed as of right now. Reporting at the Dane County Regional Airport, Tanasia Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanasia, thank you. Something to certainly keep our eye on. And with all of this snowfall and, this time of the year, you can always track the forecast for yourself on the First One weather app. It is hourly planners, road conditions, and even radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. And with this massive winter storm crippling travel across the Midwest, just as millions of people return home following from the Thanksgiving holiday, more than 50 million people across the northern tier are under winter storm warnings right now. Jen Sullivan is tracking the storm and has details on how it's impacting travel, not just in Wisconsin, but beyond.
Crews in St. Louis out treating the roads as a massive winter storm slams the Midwest. Cars blanketed in snow.
Still snowing pretty good up here.
This St. Louisan showing just how slushy and treacherous the roads are even after being treated.
Right now, we're fighting the storm.
City officials say more than 30 crews were out Saturday clearing the streets and highways.
This is a very unusually early snow.
St. Louis could see up to 4 inches of snow by Sunday. About 95 miles north in Springfield, Illinois, a snow emergency was declared.
Oh my God.
More than 20 million people across the northern tier are under winter storm warning Saturday. Chicago could see up to 10 inches of snow. As of 4 p.m. Eastern, more than 1,000 flights at Chicago O'Hare International Airport were canceled Saturday, according to FlightAware. It's one of the busiest airports in the world. All of this coming during the post-Thanksgiving travel rush. AAA estimating nearly 82 million people to travel the week of Thanksgiving through Monday, with Sunday being one of the busiest days for the skies and roads. Drivers in many areas are being warned not to travel.
If there's a crash on the interstate and it closes lanes, sometimes that lasts for an hour, if not multiple hours.
It's not just the snow causing dangerous conditions in some areas. As temperatures dip and winds pick up, the next big concern is ice. Officials in Des Moines, Iowa say they've already responded to several crashes.
The road conditions are going to get very bad here very quickly.
This monster system expected to shift east Sunday, dumping snow and rain and causing more headaches for travelers. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, we're continuing to take a look at the snow conditions in the area. Plus, while some are looking for clear roads, others are looking for covered hills. We'll take you to Elver Park, where kids took the opportunity to enjoy the snow.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, while we've been showing you the conditions of the roads and skies, some are more focused on the conditions of the sledding hills. Our Ellie La Liberté takes us to Elver Park.
It's a sure sound of winter. And at Elver Park,
it's so cold.
Amina and her friend Annika bundled up to conquer the hill.
Yeah.
And if Amina is the queen of this hill,
I'll go in front.
Then this is her throne. But even queens,
I'm so scared,
need some support.
You got this.
The 10 and 9-year-old taking advantage of the first big snowfall of the year.
Ani 10, what? Yeah.
But it's not just the two friends making the most of the wintry mix. Sisters Audrey and Alicia come here every year.
It's really fun.
For Audrey,
I feel like it's a great way to spend time with your family instead of being indoors.
But Alicia,
sometimes my parents are slow,
is more focused on speed.
I like grass sledding is that it's really fast and you get sprayed in the face with snow.
Just like Amina.
I hope I go pretty fast.
There's a need for speed. And that sound,
I won't let go this time.
Marking the royal decree of winter.
Oh my God.
Reporting at Elver Park, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. It's definitely that time of the year. Coming up next, a full check of your First One forecast is coming up.
Well, our first big snowstorm of the year is continuing to barrel through the Midwest. We're taking a live look there on our Upland Hill Sky Cam out in Dodgeville. Again, because now we're at the point of the year where it's dark at basically 4:30 and the snow is still going to be moderate to heavy at times, I would just continue to just stay indoors and enjoy this winter wonderland. Winds are about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Already, as of 6 o'clock, some folks have already picked up a half a foot of snow, if not more. Fenimore coming in at nearly a foot of snow. Bloomington, 8 inches of snow. Madison Airport at 6.1. That is our 5th snowiest November day, single November day on record. Shorewood coming in at 6.1. And again, this is as of 6, so we're going to continue to see these totals increase because this system is not really close to being done. Once that center gets past Chicago is when we'll start to ease up on the snow, and that doesn't look to happen until after midnight going into Sunday. Future track at 12:30 Sunday morning. This is when that center is beginning to push eastward. We'll still have northeasterly winds turning out of the northwest. By the time we go into 8, 9, maybe as late as 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's when all the accumulating snow will be done. From there, we're going to stay cloudy with blowing snow as an issue and maybe some flurries here and there. So maybe we, stay inside on Sunday as well after shoveling out, of course. So there's our winter storm moving on out of here. Partly sunny conditions at times, but blowing snow will be an issue on Sunday. Monday, another round of snow possible. This is going to be light. It is going to be light compared to what we are seeing right now, maybe an additional 1 to 2 inches of snow. And then as we head into Tuesday, it's that time of year where even with really no snow in the forecast, mostly cloudy conditions, that little bit of moisture in the air could lead to some flurries. So we could probably see some flurries possible Tuesday and then again Wednesday of next week. So this is our first big system. We have a lot of life left with this. We're probably going to get an additional 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. So folks, just buckle on up and continue to relax. There is a look at our 10-day forecast. Because of this snow, it's going to be chilly out there, especially waking up Monday morning, but temperatures in the teens and 20s all throughout next week, and I suspect that this cooler than average temperature trend continues for probably another week to week and a half.
All right, time to bundle up. Thank you, Blaze. Speaking of snow, there's a lot of snow up north as well, Kay.
Yeah, definitely. In Minnesota, our Andrew Banstra went out there and checked out the Battle of the Axe game. We'll have that for you next. Today, the Battle of the Axe game took place in Minnesota, and our sports director, Andrew Banstra, was there and has everything you need to know.
The battle for the axe always just means more, but this year it meant even more than that. A win here in Minnesota wouldn't just bring the axe back to Madison, but would send the Badgers into the offseason with more momentum than they've had since Luke Fickell was hired. And the Badgers were battling the weather and the Gophers today, trailing 10-0 late in the first half. And how about this? Hunter Simmons hums one down the field and finds Vinny Anthony a 67-yard pitch and catch to set up this. On fourth down, Carter Smith finds Jackson Aker, the senior from Verona, hauls it in, and Bucky would head to half. Down 3, but with the momentum that disappeared here. Simmons picked by John Nestor, one of his 2 interceptions on the day, and the Gophers would capitalize. Drake Lindsay finds Jamison Gears for the score. That would make it 17-7 Gophers, and the score would sit there until the end. The last thing that any Badger fan wants to see, the Gophers keep the axe in Minneapolis and chop down that momentum that Bucky had heading into the offseason. Fickell added after the game, 3-2-1. Fickell also said that win or lose this game, the Badgers still had more momentum heading in.
Thanks, Andrew. After chasing their 3rd division national championship in 10 years, UW-Platteville took on Alma in a second round of the tournament, keeping their chances alive for a championship. After leading, Nathan Usadu throws one deep to Shane Crowder to extend the lead, and Alma couldn't answer back. The Pioneers would win this one 24-7 and continue dancing in the Division III tournament. Down in Florida, Wisconsin women's basketball took on JMU in the Coast to Coast tournament. Junior guard Kyra Daniels led the way with 18 points in this game, but it wouldn't be enough. The Badgers lose 69-50. Next up is number 20, Michigan State in the Kohl Center next Sunday. For the women's hockey team, they remain number 1 in the country after taking on Mercyhurst Lakers at the Smashville Hockey Showcase, beating them 5-1. for the 5th time. Lacey Aiden leading the way, 2 goals. Up next for the Badgers is Stonehill tomorrow at noon.
To the desk.
Come on over, Kate.
Yes. Goodness.
It was wild looking at those highlights, just seeing all the snow, just further showing just how widespread this storm has been this morning and afternoon.
And we got about another, let's say, 3 to 5 inches yet to go this evening. Blaze is going to have another look at things tonight at 10, so you're certainly going to want to tune in for that. And we hope everyone on that side of the camera feels very prepared for this weather system. We started talking about this weather system 9 days ago, and each day it got clearer and clearer and clearer how significant this weather event would unfold. So again, southern Wisconsin, a few more inches yet to go. Yet through the overnight hours, Blaze will have a fresh look at things tonight at 10, and then Jacob will be here tomorrow morning to give you the final look
Shoveling out.
the final look of how much we actually accumulated.
I mean, Blaze, you were out there for a few minutes. I mean, you talked about it earlier, but what was it like?
Well, it's coming down pretty good. It's coming down pretty good, but I love the peacefulness. And so I'll go